today we discuss another question. The question is find out overall transfer function of given block diagram. This is the block diagram. RS input G1, G2, G3, G4, H1, H2, H3, H4 are blocks, and CS is the output. Such type block it need we solve in steps. So in first step, if we see at this point, this is the takeoff point. In this question, RS is the reference input, G1, G2, G3, G4 forward path transfer function, and H1, H2, H3, H4 are transfer function of feedback elements, and CS is the output. If we shift or move this takeoff point behind G4 block, so it become little easy to solve it. So moving takeoff point T behind block G4. When we move this takeoff point behind G4, the effect of G4 goes back in feedback blocks, so it need to be put a block in H3 feedback path and H2 feedback path. So when we move this takeoff point after G4, it need to cancel the effect of G4, so we add a block 1 upon G4 in H3 feedback path and 1 upon G4 block in H2 feedback path. So when we move this takeoff point after G4, this become a negative feedback system. So next step, it become negative feedback system, and 1 upon G4 block added in the path of feedback block H3 and H2. This is the negative feedback system. So we eliminate this loop. So when we eliminate this loop, as per negative feedback formula. Transfer transfer function of G3 and G4 means these two blocks G3 and G4 in cascade, so it will become multiple. So G3 G4 upon 1 plus G3 G4 and H4. The equation for negative feedback means formula forward path transfer function upon 1 plus forward path transfer function into transfer function of feedback elements. So G3 G4 are the forward path transfer function. So G3 G4 upon 1 plus forward path transfer function G3 G4 into transfer function of feedback element, that is the H4. So it become G3 G4 upon 1 plus G3 G4 H4. So it become G3 G4 upon 1 plus G3 G4 H4. This is the block. After simplification means solution of feedback path feedback system. So now we go ahead, look here, G2 and G3 G4 upon 1 plus G3 G4 H4 in cascade. Similar H3 1 upon G4 also cascade, H2 and 1 upon G4 also in cascade. So we simplify all cascade blocks shown in circle, means the cascade blocks are showing in the circle, we simplify. So it become G2 G3 G4 upon 1 plus G3 G4 H3. Next is H3 upon G4 and another is H2 upon G4. So now we go ahead, if we see this path, this is the forward path transfer function and this is the transfer function of feedback elements. So if we see, this is a negative feedback system. So as per negative feedback rules, G2 G3 G4 upon 1 plus G3 G4 H4 plus G2 G3 H3. When we solve this path, this portion of block or this feedback system, we will get G2 G3 G4 upon 1 plus G3 G4 H4 plus G2 G3 H3. Look, this circle D. So in circle D, if you see, this is not a feedback system. This is the summing point. One block coming with positive sign and another feedback path is coming with negative sign. So we add this and it become H2 minus G4 H1 upon G4. So we put previous value in this path, so it becomes G1, G2, G3, G4. It becomes G1, G2, G3, G4 upon 1 plus G3, G4, H4 plus G2, G3, H3, and another block, that is the feedback, H3 minus G4 H1 upon G4. So if you see, after simplification, this become G3, G2, G3, G4 upon 1 plus G3, G4, H4 plus G2, G3, H3. So it become a block, and this block G1 will be in cascade format. So it become G1, G2, G3, G4 upon 1 plus G3, G4, H4 plus G2, G3, H3, and this is this means H2 minus G4 H1 upon G4, H2 minus G4 H1 upon G4. When we simplify, this is negative feedback system. So when we simplify, it become G1, G2, G3, G4 upon 1 plus G2, G3, H3 plus G3, G4, H4 plus G1, G2, G3, H2 minus G1, G2, G3, G4, H1. This is the overall transfer function, Cs upon Rs. That is the transfer function equal to Cs upon Rs equal to G1, G2, G3, G4 upon 1 plus G2, G3, H3 plus G3, G4, H4 plus G1, G2, G3, H2 minus G1, G2, G3, G4, H1. So now